Hello, friends of Komodo platform, friends of Pirate Chain, and friends of crypto price charts. I'm E. Giuliano. It's the 20th of September. I've got some price charts to look over with you. So I'm going to share the screen now. And I hope you're doing well. And maybe you're not drowning in blood too much here. We are seeing prices never before seen or unheard of. No, just kidding halfway, but yep, we are experiencing that dump. We are sub dollar. I mean, really, the percentage drops here are significant. For example, we'll just take a quick example here, our good old fashioned Komodo platform. Right here takes us to, let's just go right in here. Oh, I didn't mean to do this, but here we go. We have, in today's world, negative 13%, roughly. So there we are. Whoops, this is, yep, just like everything else, this is just going poorly here. So there we go, get rid of that. What has happened? Yep, we are retracing quite hard down to here, and there's the movement. So let's see. Let's give ourselves some retracement opportunities. We'll take the longest view and say, oof, it's probably around here. But yeah, we're looking at, if you want to play that 65 cents level, go for it. I mean, that confluence is right here. And unless this 80 cents can hold it, then that's where you are. Now, if you want to say, okay, it's going to zigzag, but it'll stop around a 618, or even the 0.5, then we're there. But 618 takes you to 80 cents. So if that's the level you want to play, that's where you play. Yep, 75 to 80 cents. Okay, that's the KMD on the USDT chart. I guess that's where we started. And now we just take the BTC version because, yeah, just showing that some of the charts are dumps. Oh, we tried to get back into that channel. So we dropped below precipitously. That tends to happen, right? You drop below precipitously once you can't hold it. And wow, tried to get back into this channel area and also not successful. So we're at a crisis point here in terms of identity crisis. Let's see though, maybe not so bad as we first thought. However, if these levels don't hold, remember, we were looking in the previous videos around like 1800 Satoshis or even 1600 Satoshis. So that's a reasonable situation. If we want to take, this is a 4-hour price chart. If we want to take, like we're already bottoming in the RSI, MACD's look pretty negative. And it does look like it is some sort of divergence in terms of, let's say, MACD here, at least with the histogram going this way. And, or I don't know if they want to take it this way first. So we'll even look from this time frame, which is around the September 13 time frame. Otherwise, previously we're at the September 7 time frame. Remember, this is a 4-hour price chart. Here's the September 7 time frame. So if we take from here September 13 time frame, we are making some divergence in the price against the MACD histogram. See that? Okay. And that. So there you go. So maybe something's going to give here, and we'll find support. Bottom line here, 1900s around this area here is an important price level here. Okay, let's see what happens, and then we can amend things. This is not a perfect channel. It's not a perfect trend lineup, but really they are playing respectfully. So interestingly enough, we dump down and we create a further scenario, okay, of fighting for support, okay, around this 2000 Satoshi level. Interestingly enough, okay, if you want some more ideas, watch previous videos on a daily price chart. What are we talking about? We're talking about just weakness, boom, boom, pause, boom, boom. And that was previously, that was after a pause with a previous boom, boom as well. And that was the beginning of this downturn. So I do sense if we want to take wicks again, then we're really, we're not far off. If that's the case, that was the 18. But anyway, let's see how this one unfolds. Here we are not seeing the divergence so well on the daily yet. So let's see what happens 4 hour. 4 hour might start getting some support wherever it is, and then finally round further on the daily. Because really on the daily haven't even broken this level here from back in the end of July. So what do we have for us on the daily? We never went to overbought either, so it was not really anything major in terms of up movements. We never even really tested that 200-day moving average. So here we are below the Ichimoku cloud, KMD BTC. Yeah, we'll come back at you. We can take a stroll through the weekly candles. This could be a third week before a green week, but then what's to come after, but we'll see. We'll see what's going on here. There's plenty of time in the week. It's just the beginning of the week, so nothing is really set in stone on a weekly level yet. Yeah, so there you go. And in terms of, let's just move over to the Pirate Chain price chart. We're at a 237 level, 235 level on the dollar terms. And in terms of the BTC, what's happening channel wise, we're still respecting it, And interesting that, well, we've got some confluence with, this is a daily price chart. We've got the confluence with the daily 20-day moving average with the midway point of this funky channel here. So, yep, playing that line, interestingly, but who knows how much before it dumps further. Because it's still looking, well, I mean, yeah, the Pirate Chain is not looking horrible overall, but who's to say? I don't know. I don't know when Pirate Chain is going to be ready for the next move higher. We'll see. It might take a different note. Otherwise, it's going to follow a downward trend, at least within the channel here, avoiding this cloud so far, and then we'll see where things land. We already had one bottom here, another bottom here. So let's see, we just really want to find something higher in terms of a bottom, a higher low. Anyway, let's just see where that goes on the daily. And then on the weekly, yep, just a lot of selling pressure around here. People are, or maybe it's just people buying up into the order books, with thinness in the volume. Look, where's the volume? There's no volume here. Where's the volume? It seems, well, that's a weekly time frame. Yeah, on a daily time frame, even then, it's kind of slowed down here. We can check volume type action on, let's say, the KuCoin exchange, and see if there's any idea to work with here. Yeah, just weakness here. Weakness on the KuCoin exchange, but decreasing volume, but still pockets of selling here. And we are in that relative strong momentum. We went into some green on the MACD, but really look how weak that is comparatively. So whatever, we'll see what happens next. Maybe we get some more green. We are still working with this divergence, this bullish divergence with the daily RSI. We keep making lower price, and we keep making higher lows on the RSI and lower lows on the price. Yep. Well, that tells me that there is a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. I am. We're coming down towards this Bollinger Band here. If we can hold that, it'll bounce off. Hopefully it can bounce right through this 20-period average and kind of challenge up here again in the 6,000, 6,800 Satoshi level. We'll see. We don't know, because even then that might be depending what Bitcoin is doing. you know, there just might be the R price trying to stay at around $2. We'll see, who knows? I mean, at that point, why wouldn't R just dump as well back into that dollar ring? Yep. In terms of, oh wow, look at that dump. Yeah, right through here. That's too bad. We were looking to bait. It was basing. It was basing. Couldn't hold that. All right. Well, here's the next level that it needs to support, right? All the way down to $2. Okay. That's it for the pirate chain. You know. Yeah. Even here, there's you know you can call some divergence here now with the price and the RSI, but how deep is this going to retrace? I don't know. And doesn't seem to have. Yeah, we'll see. We will definitely see. All right. So there we have that. What are we doing next? The BT. Oh, we're down into the 42s. Woohoo! So we are breaking this type of trend line that I checked out the last time. Oh yeah, we're breaking through currently. Yeah, I mean, this is nothing special in terms of this trend line. It was just based on these couple of lows here. This low here, this low here. Breaking through. We might nearly be there, but who knows what happens after that. And that would be the 1-to-1, and this is on the closing. We look at candles on this daily price chart. There's a similar area here. 1-to-1 is around the 41,000. So yeah, anyway, yeah, let's just make it down. Look, we broke down the 44,000 level here, 44.5. So let's just make the way down to the 40K. And from there, find the base, the ground, and we move higher. That was never completely out of the question, although I guess like beyond belief for me with these candles here. I'm not surprised, I guess. You know, we've been there before. You know, it's the crypto volatility. But it's just always interesting to see it and experience it, and then wonder. Then you start wondering, okay, you know, is this coming down to be some sort of bear trap? Well, I guess maybe it wouldn't be called a bear trap anymore based on where it is. I'm not too versed on the bear trap concept, but in terms of like, okay, everyone thinking it's bearish, it also confirms that this might be a B wave to this A wave to B wave, and now we would be finding the C wave for lower lows type of situation. And it's confirming all these things because remember, even the retracement was around, let's say 61.8% here. And so on that one, we're, you know, that just makes for a nice zigzag. However, that's what I mean is like, okay, but we're seeing the strength, we're seeing the potential that it can hold, but then we get things like breaking this 200-day moving average, which just brings a lot of uncertainty. We also have now this thinness of the cloud, what's going to happen here in front of us, where are we going with the price? This is into October, so we could move our way down into here, October area, and then doesn't mean we need to stay here. We could zoom back out above it. It would be possible, or yeah, then there's some time spent really working out this area and really spooking the market and trying to figure out. But then once we get down here below the 40s, wow, that's going to be a time. And so that's really where this 42.5 level is super important. And then the 40 level is like the utter importance here for this short-term sanity. Otherwise, have your dry powders ready, as they say, and pick your targets and take your shots, right? So good luck to everybody. Yeah, like the video, make your comments, always appreciated. And if you're still watching, I hope this is making sense to you, it's showing you some value. Yeah, let's see where this turns out over the next little while. 4-hour price chart, can we see anything that makes sense here? I mean, what makes sense on this 4-hour time frame? We are definitely in an oversold territory. Okay, not yet making any type of significant divergence. So we're not really there yet, but we're at least on the oversold level. And so what does that mean though? Does that mean just chill out for a little bit, be resisted at the 44,000 level, and then come down further to the 40,000 level? Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, that's possible. So this is where we are in the 4-hour price chart in relation to the Ichimoku, relation to the Bollinger Band. It definitely went the opposite way than we expected, that's for sure. I thought it was just going to end around here, and boom, everyone decided to dump, and that's where it goes. And it has retraced now. So this is the other thing I wanted to bring out. It has retraced. This move here has been retraced, and we'll say it's been, well, it's definitely been retraced 100%. Yep. So that's where that leaves us. Also, what else do we want to say? No, I think that's it. I also want to show though that the retracement of this, like if we are looking at some sort of elongated plot, this is incredible. But either way, I just want to retrace this. This move here has been retraced over 2618. It's interesting, but it made about 261.8 in terms of retracement before now dumping even further. So are we going for a 3618 or even a 4236? Like, is this some sort of special move here that you can only see on if you have your seatbelts on? Otherwise, you're going to fly through the window. I don't know. This was quite the impressive move too. This was even more volatile because of the severity of the price move, the amount of the price move in the amount of time. It was much less time. Wow. Okay. So there we have it on the 4-hour price level. And what are we looking at here? I mean, are we looking at some sort of impulse? We are, because it's broken down this type of angle, and then we further impulse. So on a 4-hour time frame, maybe we're coming near to a close for this before it makes a bit of sideways action. Yeah, like we were saying, and then potential for further dump down. Just depends how, but it might be making this part, and then now we're going to just chop sideways down. Because on the daily, it's just looking sloppy here. I mean, we just went right through this level, didn't even respect it at all. Just like, forget you, 44.5, you mean nothing. We played with you this whole time here. You didn't mean anything. And 42, you're probably going to mean nothing too. It's really going to be, well, we'll see. 42 confluences with this part of the cloud here, and we'll see what kind of a strong bounce we can get. Because if it's going to be volatile down one way, we've noticed it's also volatile up the other way. So that's what we have to take into account, and to take into consideration the amount of time here that we're spending. So let's say, let's do this fib. Say we're going here to here, and then we're going to take the next one. So, wow, is October going to be just not even a good month at all? Possible, very possible. That is if we match this type of time and choppiness in this direction. Okay, then maybe I'll start it here. Let's do that again. This is a rough estimate, so don't quote me on this type of time, but we'll actually bring it to here because then this is where it starts turning over. I know that there was this pump up, but if we look at it, it's kind of it's already turned over and down. It's just that it made a bigger arc down. Okay, so then in that case, maybe we're talking mid to late October. Okay, so it could be, where are we, end of September now? We got 10 days left. So it could be, yeah, 4 weeks, let's call it, of unfun. But then if we do say that, then let's look weekly time frame. And say, wow, look at this beautiful zigzag on the weekly time frame. How can you not like it? You gotta love it. Gotta love this freaking zigzag. There you go. Yeah, give us a 41, 42,000. Give us a 1-to-1 on the weekly. We will take it. If we want to take candles, let's change that up. Whoops, undo that. Hope this is good for you. Look at these bearish red candles though on the weekly. I got conned by this green candle here. All right, I guess that's what the opposite operator will do to you. The market sentiment is really like there's just a lot of concern in market. Okay, so where are we going? We're going with the extension here for this zigzag. And there it goes again to that 40,000. So if we want to take it there, yep, that's fine on a weekly time frame. Go for it. I would expect it to be a wick down there. And I would expect, oh, good, I'm glad we came here because I wanted to talk about the 20-week moving average. And here's the 20-week moving average. I am just saying here, my number one choice is let's just come down, touch this 40K at the 20-week moving average. Already have this horizontal support drawn here, bang it out, and then go to the next move up. Let's just do that. I think we can. I don't think we need to fall below and start coming into this cloud and then having the 20 as resistance. That is not what we want. So right now, I think the best idea is hold on to this until the 20-week. Once the 20-week is at risk, you really want to take your considerations, you know, like in terms of if it breaches and then comes back up and it can't break above, then we really have some concerns. Okay, and that's on a weekly time frame. So there is your idea, because really we're trying to figure out what's happening here. Okay, yeah, the Ichimoku cloud, sorry, the lagging span for the Ichimoku indicator has now cut down and below in the price. Well, that's fine. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, it's really this 20-period moving average. We want to see that happen. Maybe what we really need again is some sort of flattening out. That would be okay. Like it's kind of not your favorite, but hey, that would be okay. And then we can go higher if that's the case. That would be okay. Nobody's really going to complain, and it's just going to be a range that plays out over. We'll call it. Well, I guess we entered that range around the beginning of August, and it might go to, you know, again, and it could be a 4-month, 1/3 of the year, or maybe a quarter of the year, ending in December. And so maybe it just goes down, so down, up, wherever we're already down, right? Ends up going back up, coming back down, who knows how far back down, and then it could go back up if that's the time frame. We'll see. This is one option. Definitely one option, I would say. Whoops. Let's undo that. Okay. So there you have it. Let's just range it and go higher. Fine. But the problem is, are we watching, you know, something like this, right? That's the idea of before. My bias is no. My bias is let's support here first, go wherever we're going. I don't even care. And whenever it is that we get higher, that's when we get higher. That's what I'd like to see. That's what I'm biased towards, but I do not like what's happening here at all. We really want to turn back up positive. Otherwise, it's like a bouncing of a ball or something like that. It hits the ground, goes back up, and now, but look how there's no weight to this. I mean, the momentum is definitely down. It has not bounced high at all. It's a heavy ball. It just wants to fall down. So there needs to be a turning pretty quickly on a weekly. We would like that, because otherwise I think the inertia is concerning. Yeah, that's your BTC on the weekly. Just looking for some trend line activity. I haven't really checked BTC long-term trend lining. I mean, at this point, if we want to take, I mean, I'm not the big, this is the weekly, I guess, here. You know, we can play with that, and then we can also play with that. I think something like that works. They both kind of end up at the same area. If we're taking, one of these, then we've got even more of a time horizon. Okay, but this goes back to where do you consider the beginning of this move, and that would be, whoops, for me, yeah, it depends what you want. Do you want to start from here, or do you see it starting after this is cleared out here? And my consideration is along here, but doesn't matter. Could start here too. So this is the one we're going to use. We're going to start from this point here, and it's coming up to it. So there you have it on the weekly. Okay. Oh, sorry, on the monthly. This is BTC on the monthly. But anyway, we'll check out the monthly candle in about 10 days. Okay, there you have it. Now, let's move over to a couple of other charts I have. Actually, I'll do it in the next video. That's it for now. I think I'm going to leave it there. Whew. Until next time, you know, wishing you all the best. Stay hydrated, get your rest, and then focused. Goodbye.